Rain Man Healthcare. Anybody remember that movie that had Dustin Hoffman, Tom Cruise in it? Rain Man. The Rain Man was clueless about most things of reality, but he had a genius to come into certain things. I remember the scene where it kind of ties into how our healthcare will end up if the government takes over the healthcare. They say it won't, but it will. Somebody's going to come into the doctor's office or the hospital, the emergency room, whatever, and there'll be this situation: you need an aspirin. How much? $5. Or need a quadruple bypass. How much? $5. We're separating the cost of a service like healthcare from the production. There's no need to give a rat's rear end anything about the cost relationship to what's being produced, the demand. This is what happens when you have government putting itself in the middle and using political decisions rather than economic decisions to see how things should happen. It's not a good idea. Politicians make all these wonderful promises, but they're clueless. It's not their money that's getting spent. They're going to spend somebody else's. It's probably a reason why federal government's broke. They have to print money to make up for what they can't extort from us directly. There might be a reason why 45, 47 states are broke. Most of the counties within those states are broke. Seems to be a systemic problem. We're promising more than we can deliver. And speaking about where it's going to be delivered from, it's a mentality of slavery. We're going to take from somebody and give it to the needy. Wonderful. Wonderful. Who are you going to take it from? Government cannot conjure stuff up out of midair and just deliver goods. They have to take it from somebody to give to somebody else. What is our solution? Capitalism. Capitalism has gotten a bad rap by a lot of sources. We've been raised by a monopoly, an education monopoly, which can do a good job, an average job, a poor job. They get paid the same. This is not capitalism. It's corporatism, or more accurately, more understood term, fascism, and that doesn't work. It works very well, actually, for the corporatist bosses and for the political bosses who pay each other with somebody else's money. That works very well, but not for the rest of us, because it's not capitalism. When there's failures in the market because of corporatism, because of excessive government regulation, they try to blame it on capitalism, and for the most part we accept this lie, this blame. We're blaming the victim. We're blaming the little people. We're blaming the capitalistic system, and the reality is the fault is government. The fault is fascism. The fault is too many regulations by people who are not accountable for their misdeeds. Anybody in the Fed? Anybody Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac? Anybody Goldman Sachs who got all that free money? Are they responsible for all the people they just robbed again to pay for their malfeasance? No. In a free market, Larry the Liquidator would come in and sell off all their stuff, and they would be out in the street for being stupid. In fascism, they just go and rob the taxpayers or the next generation of taxpayers. We, the people, are told to act like Rain Man. How much is it going to cost? $5. We don't know. We don't care. It's going to be $5, whatever it is. Aspirin, quadruple bypass. The moral discrepancy, there's many. But the most fundamental moral discrepancy is this all sits on a foundation of slavery. We're going to give to the slave masters something we're going to take from the slaves. What if the slaves decide to quit working? The heck with you. Do the John Galt thing. Rain Man will be clueless. Government will be clueless. It will continue to get into deep debt. And we're going to end up paying for it one way or the other. Rain Man should not be elected to office, but we elect him. There's 435 of them in Congress, another 100 in the Senate, and one in the White House. It's time for a change. All of them. Anyways, Tom Martin, signing out if I can find the off button. This is round 1. Enjoy.